What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are checking back in from Busch Gardens Tampa Bay for yet another Iron Gwazi construction update. And before we head inside the park, let's take a look and see what's going on outside of the park.
Oh, and touching.
Alright, so we're back. Ticket windows are not too busy. And then over here at security, nobody. So we'll be right in. Yep, no wait to get through, and we are on our way.
Sorry about it. You know, I get like
Cheetah hunt, and normally we see it racing around the course, but today it's down for annual maintenance. Should be back up February 14th, however. And just in case if you didn't believe me, here's the front entrance for Cheetah hunt. We can see a wet paint sign over there and a sign out front saying, sorry, closed for essential maintenance. Again, February 14th. So it looks like we have an anemometer up at the top along with a security camera as well. And here we can see maintenance crews hard at work getting everything ready. Tuxedo birds.
You want a train ride, and then the final food you want
They kept coming out and biting the handlers every once and again. This was them putting on the leash, the harness rather.
Alright, so just outside of Animal Connections, we have some work walls here. Just a little bit of maintenance going on behind them, nothing out of the ordinary. And right here where we have the exhibit, it's prepared for cold winter, even though it's, 87 degrees right now in February. Pink chickens! Look everybody, I found Iron Gwazi. Alrighty guys, so here we are at the construction site for the 2021 project. Again, rumored to be an S&S Scream and Swing. Gonna be right over here. And here's another look at some of the work going on behind the construction walls. But you know what? We'll get a much better view if we take a ride on the Sky Ride. Sky Ride, and we're going to catch a ride to see what's going on with Iron Gwazi as well as the 2021 project coming to the park. And here we go. And here's work going on for the 2021 project. So as you know, Busch Gardens has tons of animals and plenty of encounters. In fact, here's one right here for cheetahs. You check in right at the cheetah exhibit. Woohoo! We got a land manatee out today. So you say you like tuxedo birds. What about baby tuxedo birds? Or even perhaps baby cheetahs? Yeah, that's right, we're gonna check them out here at the Animal Care Center. Let's do it.
Sick as a youngster, we'll have a nice database to compare to. So we just finished up with this little guy. He's getting fluid radiographs. He had his beak was just tiny bit going to the left. So if you were here, you saw me with the drone. Sure. Thank you for all the information.
30-day-old African penguin. Just did a checkup.
He's so cute.
For him to get 30 days. An assessment on the growth and all that stuff. Check that. First steps.
Pantopia, and that means Falcon's Fury, so we're going to get an aerial view of Iron Gwazi. And here we are. Let's go. Scorpion, and the ride has been down for the last couple weeks because it's been getting a paint job and it looks absolutely amazing. In addition, it's also back in operation. The Phoenix, still closed, still behind work walls, and still rumored that we're going to have it removed this year and replaced with something else. Of course, if that ever does happen, we'll let you know. Alright, so we have Skyride right here, and something a little bit different. Down here on the ground, right where Bobby and Lauren are as well, check this. A survey marking of some sorts. Don't know what it's for, but it's definitely right there. Don't forget, folks, we have specialty concerts here at the Stanleyville Theater. You can see the Real Music, Real Masters series, different show times. Make sure to check it out before you head inside, though. SheiKra, also known as another great way to get an aerial view of Iron Gwazi. Let's go ahead and do that now. Well, this is a little bit different here at SheiKra. The turnstiles near the grouping position have been removed. And just in case if you didn't get enough pink chickens, well, here's more. Alright, so we're over in the bird gardens area of the park, and this is new as we have a tent set up. We have some concrete that was going in a couple weeks ago. Well, that's all done. Now this tent's in place, and I'm thinking this is going to be for the concerts in a couple weeks. Again, we're just guessing that it's going to be for the concerts and whatnot, but we'll let you know if anything else happens with it. Alrighty guys, so there's something else I wanted to point out right here with the wave turn that goes over the station. I have yet to see any RMC roller coaster have steel supports. Yeah, that's correct. You're seeing steel supports plus the wood structure, so it truly is a hybrid, I guess. Now my thinking is they're expecting it to go really fast through this area, and the G-forces might be a little high on the structure, so they're just trying to reinforce it. So if you guys can see on the lift hill structure, lights have been added in addition to the anemometer and the security camera. Now one other thing I do want to point out, there are lights on the lift hill, but we were told during the hard hat construction tour that the lift hill structure is going to have a crazy light package. So they're really going to light this thing up at night. And what is this that I see, ladies and gentlemen? The ride entrance sign for Iron Gwazi is in place, and it's massive. Alright, so there's a couple other things that I wanted to point out that's happened just in the last couple days. We actually had block testing. So a train was out on the brake run, was moving back and forth, going in between there and the station. So good news, crews are testing, and it was the first time I believe anybody had actually seen RMC do this because, well, normally they build rides when parks are closed in the off season and whatnot. So the million-dollar question that a lot of you guys have been asking is, when is Iron Gwazi going to open? We've been saying for about 9 months or so that we are aiming for a late March, early April opening. We've heard some new information, rumored, that the date they're aiming for right now is March 14th. And that means they have to have the track completed sometime within the next week and a half, 2 weeks or so, and then immediately go into testing. About 3 weeks of testing or so, and then it arrives right there on that March 14th date, a Saturday. Again, just rumored, but we're hearing that's what they're aiming for. Gwazi gliders, and this attraction just came back from a refurbishment, and we can see some new paint right here on the fence line, as well as on the sign, and I'm sure that is in preparation for when Iron Gwazi opens. And here's a look at the maintenance barn area, again with some of the track coming out of that overbank turn. That's right up that direction. But again, the train was right here on this block segment. It's going back and forth. But they are doing testing, even without a complete course yet. Something else I wanted to point out, just to the side of the entrance, we have the watering hole where you can get some snacks and beverages. And guess what? We have a popcorn bucket now. So Iron Gwazi popcorn buckets. Again, guys, just think, we are a little over a month away. If that date actually sticks true, we'll be on this very, very soon. One other thing to point out, if crews are going to have this open by the 14th, well, they've got to do some serious work, as we're about 85% done with the entire layout. So that means we're probably looking at 7 days a week. RMC crew members are going to be up in the air working on this thing. And normally they stop at about 4 p.m. Well, it's getting close to almost 6, and they're still working. Again, the wave turn there with some of those new metal supports. So if you thought the sign on the front entrance was big, well, there's going to be an even bigger one right here, as we can see it just behind the fence line right there. Massive. In preparation for the opening, we can see a lot of foliage right here has been cleared. Much more open, but I'm sure that's to give a better view of the big sign. Again, this whole area is wide open now. And then right over there, for the queue and the lift, they have some netting so that nobody throws anything at the riders. And there's a better look at the safety netting in the queue. A couple other things to point out. We now have lights installed in the queue. We can see right there a 15-spot LED light. Looks really nice. And again, more PA speakers along the ride course, so we can also see the fans installed for the queue. Well, would you look at that, everybody? We got a local celebrity, Mayo the squirrel. I wonder why he's called Mayo. So you remember a few weeks ago when we showed you this sign, it had some, well, interesting photos for the different attractions. Cheetah Hunt or Montu was pretty much a bobsled. Well, it's been updated with the actual correct rides, and we can see that right there for Tigers and SheiKra also. Alright, so you can see on here a whole bunch of old attractions that used to be at the park. Python, koala exhibit. What is this? Phoenix? Foreshadowing. Well guys, that's going to do it for our video here from Busch Gardens Tampa for yet another Iron Gwazi construction update. Of course, we saw all sorts of new track and supports in the air, and we gave you a date, rumored, for the opening. Again, March 14th is what they're aiming for. We'll see if that happens. Of course, the 2021 project is looking really, really good, and we had a chance to get some aerial footage from a drone of Iron Gwazi as well. There's a lot of neat stuff going on here at the park, and we're going to be back, so if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Midway Mayhem, and I will see you out on the Midway.